Hello, Katie here from Katie's World. In this video, I am going to be putting together the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad page kit. And I've already gone ahead and adhered the background paper down to the solid cardstock in your instructions. It will tell you exactly what to trim that down to. And I just wanted to give you a quick tip. So I use the Art Glitter Designer Dries Clear liquid adhesive to glue down the decorative paper. I am not liking how that turned out. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see the lines, the raised lines from the liquid glue. So on the other page, I ended up using the Tombow permanent tape runner, and you don't see any lines. I do like that this is definitely permanent. It's not going to fall off, but I don't like when you can see the raised stuff. Typically on cardstock, you don't see that, but with this thinner paper, you really do. So I won't be using the liquid glue on the thinner papers, but the thicker cardstocks is just fine. Same goes with the photos. I thought it was fine on the photos, but if you really look closely on some of them, you can see, and it might not bother you. I'm just particular and don't really care for the look of seeing those lines, but honestly, you really can't just tell at a glance. You have to really look at it. So if that's all you have on hand, it does work, but you can see a little bit of the liquid glue. So on this final picture, I'm just going to go ahead and use the Tombow dots runner. So I'm just going to quickly do that here. And I haven't had a problem with these falling off or anything, but it really depends on temperatures. Sometimes if it gets too hot or too cold, I have heard of problems with just dry adhesive. So liquid glue is definitely best in those conditions. Try that again. I'm just trying to center it on here. This is a 5x7 photo. Okay, I try to use the back of my hand because I don't like getting fingerprints on there. Okay, so these are all glued down already. Now, your instructions will, well, they may look like this, or they may have my pictures. I'm not sure yet. I haven't put the instructions together yet. So it'll either look like this for your sample or probably my actual picture. We'll see what I end up going with. But at any case, if it looks like this, there's no white cardstock in your kit. That just represents the photo. In this case, I happen to have pictures that I'm going to go ahead and put on at the same time. So you may have seen some previous videos I have out there piecing together the title as well as the Thunder Mountain image and the railroad tracks. Now these two tracks are different, so it does matter which page they go on. So the shorter one is going to go on the right. Oh yeah, that's obvious. Okay, so yeah. So it's going to go like that. This is actually going to line. Oh, I see why it's not totally meeting, because it's going right here. So it's actually going in an eighth. So if you put it butt up against, it's not going to totally meet up. But you're actually adhering it an eighth of an inch, adhering it to the bottom of the decorative paper, not the actual solid cardstock. So then in that case, it does line up. There's a nice flow. And so the way we're going to adhere these, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Anchor these down. Now liquid glue is perfectly fine with this one. I'm going to make it like a pocket because I want to slip pictures under there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the sides here and the bottom. I'm trying to keep it about an eighth of an inch away from the edge, just because liquid glue tends to kind of ooze out, so that helps a little bit. I'm going to line this up. Let's see, with the corner, lining it up with the edge. Get it as close to that edge as possible, or center it on there. So you see there's a little bit of glue that came out. I'm just kind of using my finger there to get that out. Now this glue does dry clear, so it won't show up once it's dry. So I'm just going to push down on the edges. Done. Okay, next page, we're going to do the same thing. Be very careful not to get this glue in your photos though, because it will smear on your pictures. So you don't want to do that. But I apologize if I get a little off camera at times. The camera isn't like really showing my entire desk. It's as far back as I can get it. Okay, so now that these are down, we know there's a nice flow with the train track. So this is your left page, this is your right page. I've already gone ahead and put foam squares on the back of these. If you'd like to pop them up, this is what I use. The foam squares, you can use foam tape, foam circles, whichever works, whatever you have on hand. Or you can glue it on flat. I just like the look of the dimension, but it does add more bulk to your albums. This is just going to be centered on the top. And right now I'm just going to lay them out before I actually glue anything down, so that I can see where I want everything to be. So this is going to tuck under here. Now this is why we didn't want to glue down all the way, so we kind of made a little pocket there. I'm not going to glue it yet. I just want to see how it's going to look. The large one is going to go in here. So what I'll probably do is glue the pictures down first. Kind of do a little bit angle. You can do them straight. I kind of tend to put my pictures at angles a lot of the time. Just, especially with this roller coaster one, it just makes it more fun, I think. Okay, so one's going to go up here, one's going to go down here, and I don't exactly remember what my plan was. So let me see which one I like better. Do I like this one? There. Kind of thinking that, or do I like it this way? I wish I would have written it down. I don't know, or if I did, I don't know what happened to that, the notes. I think I kind of like the other one better. No, I kind of think I liked it this way better. Okay, sorry if I'm taking too much camera time to think here. Okay, I think I really like the look of that. It says Thunder Mountain. You can really see the mountain there and the bones coming out of the wall. That looks kind of cool. So we're gonna go with that. That looks good. And these are actually our engagement photos. We had a wonderful photographer, Joe Lamaya Photography. He went all over Disneyland with us and took hundreds of pictures. He is awesome. And so that's how we got these incredible pictures. He did a really great job, and it was so much fun. Okay, so I think that looks good. I think I'm going to tilt that one this way, and I'm going to go with that. See, that's the thing when you've got, if I didn't have pictures on these, I'd be doing a lot faster probably, but you know, you want to look, if you do have your pictures, then you have the opportunity to see how it's going to look before sticking them down. And this guy was great. We don't even know this guy, but he's smiling in all of our pictures, so a shout out to him and a thank you. I'd send him pictures if I knew who he was, because it's pretty cool. It's funny. Yeah, you can see he's smiling in all the pictures. That's pretty good. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick this one down first. Now, I can use my liquid glue here because it's not going directly behind the photo. It is going behind cardstock. So it's going to be just fine. So I'm going to start with this one. just fine, meaning I'm not going to see the glue lines or anything. But next time when I do my pictures, I think I'm just going to go ahead with the dry adhesive. You can use score tape or tape runner to glue down the pictures. Let's see. I think that will be fine like that. Now I'm going to want, so then you look at the layers. So this is the farthest one down, so that's going to have to go down first. I don't want to glue this on, and I can't get to gluing this down. So this picture is going to go next. Okay, so I'm just going to tuck it under here, under the tracks. And it's not going to go all the way down. I think like that. Now let me see how that looks. Before I press it down, I think that's fine. Yeah, that looks good. Push it down. I'm pressing straight down instead of just like rubbing it because you don't want it to move. So push it down first, then you kind of slide it around. Okay, this one's gonna be next. Now it'd be kind of cool maybe to even pop this one up. Actually, let me think about that. So I could glue this one flat, or I can even pop it up. No, I don't really want to pop it up, but that's an option. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this one down. There's a lot of thought that goes into scrapbooking. A lot of people that haven't scrapbooked before don't realize like how much time it takes, just the thought process and figuring out what you want to do and put everything. And sometimes it will take me 2 hours just to sit and figure out a layout, and at some point I'm just like, just put it down, just stick it down, I'll be fine. You're gonna, when it's all said and done, you're just gonna be enjoying the photos. You're not gonna be nitpicking at it once all your pictures are in there. And if you get stuck in that point, you can, you know, stop, go away from it and come back later, or you can just say, you know what, I'm just gonna stick it down. And that's sometimes what you have to do, is just accept it and move on to the next project. So I do like how this is coming out. I'm gonna go ahead, let's see, I'm gonna do I want to stick this down yet? Maybe I'll just keep going with the pictures. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna stick this one down next. And I should mention, if you do like this page kit and would like to make one of your own, please check out the description box below. I'm going to have a link down there where you can actually purchase one of these kits in my Etsy shop. And then you can actually play back this video and put it together along with me. And also the other videos that I have, paper piecing the images. This is a fairly simple one though. So it shouldn't be too difficult for the paper piecing, but it's kind of nice to watch a video sometimes and do it along with it, a little step-by-step or hands-on. If you ever have any questions or comments, feel free to message me or leave a comment below. And I'm always happy to help with any questions. Okay, so this one, I don't want to cover up too much of the picture. I think this is really cool how the sun was just shining over behind the mountain. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and stick that right there. Almost finished. I'm just gonna take a peek at my camera real quick. Make sure I'm not running out of time. I think we're doing okay. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm using my phone, and it didn't used to do this, I don't think, but it'll get to like a certain time frame, like 30 minutes and 11 seconds or something, if I'm not mistaken, and then it just stops recording. And I don't know why, and I can't find a setting. So I'm trying to keep my videos under that, so I don't have to make part 2, part 3 videos and all that. But I think it does help have, you know, putting like the tape, putting the tape on and stuff ahead of time does help make it a shorter video. Okay, so now all I need to do is stick the title down and the mountain down. We already have our tracks. So these, I'm going to go ahead and put the pin in my glue because I don't want the tip to dry. I always wipe the pin and I wipe the tip with my fingers and just want to make sure no glue dries in there. And then I'll like do that with it, and that helps to keep it on from clogging. So, let's see, I'm going to do this one first. So I'm going to go ahead and take all these off. Oh no, this is fine. Okay, so one tip. I have pictures on here, so in this case, I can just go ahead and take all of these off. However, if you watch some of my other page assembly videos, you'll see how the technique I do for if you don't have photos on yet, because you don't want to expose the adhesive over a photo mat if your pictures aren't in there yet. So if you're looking for like tips on that, watch some of my other how-to videos on page assemblies, and you'll see how I get around that. If you like this video, please click the like button. It really helps me out, helps my channel, so I really appreciate that. Just take a second just to click on that like button. If you would like to receive notifications and see more videos from me, please go ahead and click on that subscribe button and click on that bell for notifications, and it'll alert you every time I have a new video posted. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and center this left, right, and the top. All right, let's see. Might not be perfectly centered, but I'm going to go with it because I think it's kind of stuck. Okay, I think that looks fine. It's over a little bit more on the D than the T, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I'll give you a closer look here. And let's go on to the left page. Now I'm going to work on the title first, or the word big. This needs to line up with the T. So if you're real particular, you can get out a straight edge or a ruler. I'm going to just do my best here to eyeball it, making sure my pages are lined up correctly. I'm going to remove the adhesive backing, I mean, the tape backing. And just look to make sure I got all the tape backing off. Okay, so now I'm gonna look, I want this about lined up. So I think I'm gonna go with about right here. Looks good. I'm kind of looking at the top of the B and the top of the T for my gauge. And this is about maybe a little over 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, it's a little over 1/4 of an inch away from the edge. Okay, I think that looks nice. So this one, now this kind of is like tilted at an angle, kind of like that, or the train is kind of coming down. Okay, let's go ahead and take the tape backing off of this one. looks like I got everything. I'm gonna go ahead and just move this page out of the way real quick. Okay, so let's see. And actually, I'm looking at the lines in your kit. If you have the same with the texture lines going across, that kind of helps so you know that it's straight. And let's see, maybe about 1/4 of an inch in on the top and left should be good. Is it straight? I think it's straight. Go ahead and push it down. Okay, I think that came out really cool. I mean, this would even make it awesome, just like frame it and hang on the wall. Well, actually, it would just be big, so maybe that one. Actually, that one would be kind of cool, huh? Just to frame it, get a 12x12 frame. So there you have it. There's a completed layout. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Once again, if you have, please click that like button and click that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below, or you can always message me. Check out my Facebook page. I have links below to my Facebook page, my Etsy shop. I'm always available to answer any questions you may have. So thank you once again for watching, and have a great day.